inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through eyes covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Take my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. Some days I feel skinnier than all the other days. Sometimes I can't tell if my body belongs to me. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
Hello, 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 hello. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? It is Friday tonight, and my camera is off. So let me put you guys up a little. Maybe like this. It'll be fine for tonight. What the hell, you know? It's Friday. I must have knocked it down somehow, but I don't know how I did that because it's on a big pole. Who knows? But anyways, welcome in, everybody. It's good to see you guys. It is Friday, the 16th of January. We're almost halfway. We're like over the hump, right? So that much closer to spring. That's what I was thinking about today anyway. So let me know what you guys have been up to today. Let me know what you guys are having to do this weekend. If you have any good plans, anything fun coming up, let me know. I'd love to know. I don't have anything fun coming up. Let me think. Other than hanging out with y'all. But we'll say hi to some people in the chat. We'll get you guys we'll give you a second to hit the like button and all that good stuff. Subscribe to the channel if you want to hear more content like this, and we'll get into it. We do cover true crime on this channel, if you couldn't figure that out. Hey, Ladybug. Hey, Kitsy Cats. And I'm also Tanya. That's my name. Should introduce myself. My name is Tanya or Titanium Built. You can call me either or. This is Titanium Built, the channel. Hey, Princess. Hey, Catherine. Hey, Miss Bree. Welcome in, everybody. Hey, Mary. Hey, Denise. It's good to see everybody in here. Hey, Casey. I don't know if I said hey to you. I think I just highlighted your name. Yes, best wishes for your son. What happened, Ladybug? Oh, he's having surgery? Oh, no. Prayers for him. He'll do great. He'll do great. Hey, Dawn. No, what's going on? You better just make sure you let us know you need, okay? Dawn, let us know anything you need. We're here, okay? Hey, Ashley. Hey, Crystal. Oh, cancer. I had it in 2022 and I was cleared. Now it's back. Oh, and they did a biopsy on my liver Tuesday. Still waiting for my lab work to return. I hope it comes back negative. Oh, that's terrible. I hate that. I hate cancer. Hey, Crystal. Hey, Bucci Mane. Did you know that I didn't know? This might make you laugh, Dawn. That there was like a difference between like which side of the parent like would give you a certain cancer, like like your mom's side you're more acceptable to get like breast cancer than if your father's side. I didn't know that kind of stuff until the other day. Hey, CDJ. Welcome in. Hey, citizen. I better get down here, huh? Hey, Bucci Maine, dancing on in like I was. And thank you, Kelly Davis, for becoming a new member. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you. And Kelly Davis is here. There she is. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, she thought I've been super impressed by her channel. I decided to join. Thank you so much. That really means a lot. That really does. Thank you. I work them hard over here. They do all the work. Just kidding. Laundry. Oh, and hanging out with my boyfriend via phone. Well, that sounds like a good time, Tread Lover. I did laundry today. I did not want to do it. Hey, Lenora. Hey, Gak Attack. Hey, Ashley. I don't know if I said hey to you. Hey, Tammy. Well, welcome in, everybody. If I miss you, I don't mean to. Hey, Jolene May. I like that name. It's your birthday weekend. Whoa, happy birthday. Well, that's what's up. This is a good time to have a birthday, in January. I mean, there's not much going on, right? There's not much going on in January, I feel like. That's a good time to have a birthday. Mine's in October. It's a good time to have a birthday, too. You just have it's just Halloween, That's not like a big thing for me anymore, so I haven't dressed up since I've been an adult. But hey Candy, we are going to go over some stuff that came out tonight that's new in the temp. I'm trying to get my accent to not say tempe. I'm sorry. Everyone keeps saying I put an M in there. It's my accent. It's this retainer. I hate this thing. I really am trying so much. I'm trying so hard, but it's just how I say things. So we're going to go over Spencer Monique's case tonight. As you guys all know, Michael McKee has been arrested. That's Monique's ex-husband. We've been kind of digging into him and what's been going on with him and his malpractice suits and all the things with him and him trying to always kind of like skirt the law, which, you can't really do that. You just can't. They'll find you. They will come and find you. Obviously, you were at the Chick-fil-A. I don't know if you had gone in to eat yet, if that's where they got you, inside eating, or if you were in that the 3-lane cars and for the lunchtime, that's a hassle. Maybe they got you there. Can you imagine the Chick-fil-A workers? They're probably just going, my pleasure, over and over again. My pleasure, my pleasure, my pleasure. They were probably like, they're like robots in there. They're probably like going nuts at the old Chick-fil-A. That's where they got him. And I guess I heard that his patient that he had done like the 10-hour surgery on, he hadn't like finished his charting for that. And so I don't know how that works. Like, that's his work. I don't know if as long as it's like standard, another doctor can go in and fill in the notes. I don't know. It's just, it's crazy. Really, Morgan? I would love to move to Arizona someday. Just not move. Maybe not move there. Maybe not. Let me take that back. It's really hot in the summer. I don't know if I could do that. But maybe go visit there in the winter. Because you can wear shorts in the winter. I love that. You went far from Ohio. Dang, girl, because usually you can't escape this place. And thank you. I have a bunch of Ohio shirts. I used to wear them all the time. I used to work for an Ohio store. They used to sell Ohio shirts, and I was the store manager. So Vincent has the same shirt. He has it in a t-shirt too. I have it in a t-shirt also. I have like 4 or 5 of those. I'm not kidding. But I don't wear them anymore because I'm not I was a youth extra large when I could wear those. So I was a lot smaller. But anyway, no one's here to hear about my shirts or my weight. But if you want to, it's called a company called Where I'm From. That's where I got them. They're very soft. They don't, I can't believe I'm promoting them because, they should promote me to promote them. But no, they have really good shirts. They don't like stretch. They don't, get discolored. They don't fade. They don't anything. They're really good. So they have upped the charges for Michael. He is sitting in an Illinois jail right now, of course. I'm sure he's not loving life at all. he probably should have thought about what he did, because when we were thinking about the children and how, how did they sleep through that, we might get some answers on how they could have slept through this horrific crime. So thank you all for being here. Hit the like button for your girl. It's a good thing to do. It's a nice thing to do. But here it says it doesn't have a judge not assigned, courtroom not assigned yet, but no attorney on record. So he hasn't hired an attorney yet. What's he been doing in there? Actually, he's been in there since the 10th. You've been in there for 6 days, bro. What have you been doing? I've been calling every attorney I could get okay. First, I would probably reach out to somebody that would like answer the phone. I mean, I don't know who that's going to be. Maybe he can call his adopted mom after all these years. Maybe she'll answer. But I would be getting an attorney. So that way, when I roll into court, whenever he gets there, like the following day, he'll have an attorney on record, right? And just to let you know, my dogs are going to want to come in a second. They just went outside to use the restroom. So just to give you a heads up. But let me blow this up a little bit for everybody so everyone can read it. We can all read it together. It says, so this is his new charges. So he went from he was first charged with murder twice, 2 murders. And I knew they would put burglary on there at some point because that's what they did Idaho also. But they upped the charges to aggravated murder, 2 of those. Well, the good doctors now got a lot more than that. He is now charged, and this was he was charged today with 4 counts of aggravated murder and 1 count of aggravated burglary. Now, they haven't mentioned the death penalty. I don't know if they'll even go for it. They may just go for just life in prison, based on the fact that we're not really using the death penalty at this moment. So jurors may not want to convict, if we're not using it. So, I mean, and they may think that, I don't know what they would think, but so maybe that's why we haven't heard anything about the death penalty, or they may just come out and just bust it out on us one day, and be like, bam, we're going for the DP. So, I mean, they could do that too. So it does have warrant prosecutor request, warrant issued, detainer. He's already been detained. So I'll show this at the end as well, so that you guys have that. Also, his ex-girlfriend has come forward, so you better just hold on to your britches for that one, because I've got something's weird. Something was weird. I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it, but we're going to figure it out. Okay. So I do have the indictment paperwork. Finally, it's in my hands. It took me forever to find this. I could not find it anywhere. Okay. So, the Franklin County, Ohio Clerk of Courts of the Common Pleas 2026. I am going to start highlighting these 2 like we did in Idaho's case. So, and I'll let you know like how I do my highlighting then, so you guys are not confused on anything. So, it says here, count 2, aggravated murder, defendant. Did I miscount one? Nope, I guess we're just doing count 2, count 4 on this one. Okay. So it says for defendant Michael McKee, on or about October, geez, where are you at? December 30th, 2025. So these are going to say mostly the same thing, but this first one says the jurors, they already had a grand jury. Like, Ohio is not messing around. Like, I don't know how, he was arrested, and by the 16th, they had a grand jury already indict him. Like, go Ohio. The jurors of the grand jury of the state of Ohio, duly selected and paneled, sworn and charged to inquire of crimes and offenses committed within the body of Franklin County in the state of Ohio, upon their oath, do find and present that Michael McKee, late of said county, on or about December 30th, 2025, within the county of Franklin, aforesaid in violation, gives the violation code, of the Ohio Revised Code, did purposely and with prior calculation and design caused the death of Spencer Tepe. So, I mean, they're saying this was calculated. Thank you, Neil. I will get a coffee with that. Actually, I'll get a hot chocolate. Thank you so much. Thanks for the $5. I appreciate that. Is that what, maybe they do that here? I wonder. Higgins, because they were quick, but that was pretty quick. And thank you again. That was so nice of you. So then, specification 1 to count 2. It's a firearm specification. So the grand jury further find and specify that Michael McKee had a firearm on or about his person or under his control while committing the offense and used it to facilitate the offense. We knew that. Okay. Now we didn't know this one. We were thinking, how did those babies not hear something? But we didn't know for sure. Specification 2 to count 2. And it's another firearm specification. This one holds 6 years. The grand jurors further find and specify that Michael McKee had a firearm that was equipped with a firearm muffler or suppressor on or about his person or under his control while committing the offense. So I wonder if he bought it at the same time that he bought the gun. Let's wonder what a 9mm looks like with a silencer. Let's see. I mean, it won't be like the same, but oh my God. That's freaking scary looking. My dad had a 9mm Russian Makarov, but my mom was like, get it out of the house after, like, she did not want that. And then she's like, I don't want a gun in the house. But I don't mind guns, but I mean, just it makes it just that much more. Thank you. Thanks for gifting a membership, MM129. Hey, Kenna. Good to see ya. It's good to see you. So I'm glad you're here. I'm glad everyone's here. Hey, Clyde, I hope. Hey, Happy. Hey, Diggin. So the burglary charge basically is if you enter a dwelling and you commit a felony, they can get you a burglary. It's just like you don't have to steal anything for burglary. Burglary is just like entering and then committing a felony offense while, in there. I can actually, let's look it up in Ohio. Look, it even popped up. It's a first-degree felony involving trespassing in an occupied structure with intent to commit a crime when someone else is present and the offender either has a deadly weapon or inflicts/threatens physical harm. So that's what the burglary is. Yeah. I'll try to catch the questions when I can. Hey, Heather Mac. Oh, you're old. Coming in here with a note. Hey, Jet. Okay. So then we've got, this is count 3, aggravated burglary. Defendant, Michael McKee. The jurors of the grand jury of the state of Idaho, duly selected and paneled, sworn and charged to inquire of crimes and offenses committed within the body of Franklin County in the state of Idaho, upon their oath, do find and present that Michael McKee, late of said county, on or about December 30th, 2025, within the county of Franklin, did by force, stealth, or deception trespass as defined in this section of the revised code man, that's weird. That's weird. In an occupied structure or in a separately struck. Okay, I'm gonna read that over because okay. My brain's going before I can even read. Okay, let me go back. So let me read this and then we'll go over it. So, okay. They're saying that they found him, that Michael McKee did by force, stealth or deception, trespass as defined in section of the revised code in an occupied structure or in a separately secured or separately occupied portion of an occupied structure, like a garage, when Spencer and Monique, a person other than the accomplice, was present with purpose to commit in the structure or in the separately secured or separately occupied portion of the structure any criminal offense, and the offender inflicted physical harm on Spencer and or Monique, and or the offender had a deadly weapon, to wit, a firearm on or about his person or under his control. That was a lot. Oh, thank you so much for the $2. You're so sweet. You guys are so nice to me. Hey, Mega Mama. Yeah, he's still yeah, was it or now I can't think of the county. It starts with an O. Yeah, he's still over there. They said they don't know when they're going to get him back, and if they don't get him back by Monday, they're going to like have a court hearing there on the 23rd. So let me let my dogs in really quick. I could hear their little paws at the door. Hold on one second. That was so cute. I should have left the camera on. I should have left the camera on for that. That was really cute. The one dog come walking in and then the other dog come running as fast as she could. Hey, 97 Cyclone, welcome in. Okay. This is okay. What do you think? What do you think this means? I'm going to read it again, the whole thing. So, and you let me know what you think it means. The jurors of the grand jury, okay, of the state of Ohio, duly sworn and impaneled, says they were sworn and charged to inquire of crimes and offenses committed within the body of Franklin County. Upon their oath to find and present that Michael McKee, late of said county, on or about December 30th, 2025, within the county of Franklin, aforesaid, in violation of, I'm about to look this up, 2911.11a of the Ohio Revised Code, did by force, stealth, or deception trespass as defined in section, and it gives the section, of the Revised Code in an occupied structure. You okay? Making a weird noise. You okay there, Mia? Okay. In an occupied structure or in a separately secured or separately occupied portion of an occupied structure, when Spencer and or Monique, a person other than the accomplice, was present with purpose to commit in the structure or in a separately secured or separately occupied portion of the structure any criminal offense, and the offender inflicted physical harm on Spencer and Monique, or the offender had a deadly weapon, to wit, a firearm, on his or her person, about his or her person or under his control. Do you think that maybe could he have like done something to one of their cars to make their like alarm go off in the middle of the night, or make something go off on their car to where one of them would have to go out to the garage? Like, you think you'd be able to beep it through the garage? Like, I mean, like, I know it's a wall, but you would think you'd still be able to do that. But yeah, Neil, yeah. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay, we'll keep reading. So then specification 1 to count 3, and that's this count here, aggravated burglary. The grand jurors further find and specify that Michael McKee had a firearm on or about his person under his control while committing the offense and used it to facilitate the offense. Specification 2 to count 3, another one. So the jurors find that he had a firearm that was equipped with a firearm muffler suppressor. Man. This is the next one. It's just This following information is for the clerk of courts only. Well, it looks like it's for us now. But they redacted. I mean, good thing they redacted the Social Security. We don't want to see that. Count 1, aggravated murder. Count 2, and they have 2 specific firearm specifications. Like that ain't a good look, bro. Count 2, aggravated murder. Count 3, they put this in the middle. I don't know why. Aggravated burglary. Count 4, aggravated murder. Count 5, aggravated murder. Now I think that this is going to be the same thing, but it's just going to say Monique. That's usually what it does if it's multiple people. So this is going to say the same. That he did purposely cause the death of Monique Tepe while committing and or while fleeing immediately after committing the offense of aggravated burglary. See, the way they word this, like, and or fleeing. Like maybe he was running out. I don't know. Shot her. I don't know. It's just weird how they like word that, you know. So the specifications are the same, that he did it with a firearm. Also that he had a silencer. Now, how many times can you, well, I guess a lot. You could shoot a gun a lot of time with a silencer. I mean, this is what it looks like. If he were to buy the right one, right, for the right gun. I mean, and I'm sure he did. He has the money to do it. Don't go, like, you know what I mean? I'm sure he was like, I'm not going to go half-ass on this because he's going to, you know, kill his ex-wife. After 8 or 9 years. Like, I mean, damn, bro. And you had another girlfriend after that. Like, I mean, it's just, I mean, you're going to have to learn that you don't get your way in prison, and that's going to come real quick. And it might come really fast to you there, buddy. So it says same thing probably here, aggravated for the aggravated murder. Let's see though. It says that he purposely caused the death of Spencer while fleeing and immediately after committing the offense of aggravated burglary. So I guess they have the same for him as well. So I don't know. Why maybe it just says that because of another reason, but and then it just says about the gun again, also, you know, silencer. And then the last page is just them signing it. Franklin County, Ohio, Clerk of Courts of the Common Pleas, January 16th, 2026 at 11:45 a.m. today. I did do a short video. I don't know if you guys saw it, but I did. As soon as I heard all of the above conduct being contrary to the form of the statute in such cases made and provided and against the peace and dignity of the state of Ohio. This is a true bill. What was the one? I wish I could highlight this, but I can't. Let me see here. I think it was this one. I'm going to look up the revised code for that number. Like, it might have told us everything we needed to know, though. $29.1. Okay. I don't think that's what it was. I guess just for defines aggravated murder. And it just says, no person shall purposely and with prior calculation and design cause the death of another or the unlawful termination of another's pregnancy, making it a first-degree felony for intentionally killing someone with premeditation, often leading to serious penalties. The statute establishes the core definition of aggravated murder in Ohio, distinguishing it from other homicide offenses by requiring both purpose and premeditation. It's our highest. So it's like our first-degree murder here in Ohio. We're weird. We're different. I don't know why we do that to people. You know. Okie dokie. Let's see. So this girl came out and did a little video, and I guess she dated old Michael, and she's got some screenshots to prove it. Like she's got some pictures with him in her family's home. I don't know. She's wearing her little badge though. I don't know. I'm gonna let you see the video and everything, and then I'm gonna show you her activity on the Facebook groups because it's actually okay. I just noticed this a little bit ago. So I put her name in here, the girl that whoever this is the girl I'm assuming that did the video, because the video right here, if you look at it, see where it says Danielle, this person. This looks like the same person to me. Right? Maybe I should look better. But I thought it was anyway. But that person is an admin in the Facebook group. So that's just, it's a little weird that it would be an admin in a Facebook group. And then all of a sudden she had dated, you know, this guy. Let's actually see when that video came out. Okay, so she shared plunders. Okay, so maybe it's not her because she put McKee's ex-girlfriend. So never mind. I take that back. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's her, maybe it's not. I don't know. We'll have to figure that out though, because that's just very weird. Maybe it's not the same girl, actually. I don't know. It's probably not. Okay. I don't think it is. I think this girl has like a slimmer face. I'm trying to like look at both of them really quick. See, I think this is a different girl. So we're going to look at this girl. She did a little TikTok, whatever this is, I guess, TikTok. And we're going to see what she has to say. So she has some stuff to say. I was surprised. Hey, Tony. Hey, Aries. Hey, welcome in, everybody. What are you all doing? Being weird. Dogs are being weird. Okay. So I'm going to let it play through. No one come get me for playing this through. I'm letting the audience hear it for yourself first, so I don't interrupt it, and then I'll go back through and I'll interrupt it. So I'll let you guys hear it first. Sound good? Sound good.
Okay, so crazy story time. So last Sunday, I get a text message from an old coworker that linked this article about a Michael David McKee, and my heart dropped because that's one of my ex-boyfriends, which is pretty insane. I was floored. So just wanted to hop on and talk a little bit about the whole situation. So I dated him around the end of 2017 through a good chunk of 2018, I think. So what I remember of him is he was just like a nice guy. Like he was quiet, introverted, which there's nothing wrong with that. He was a general surgery resident at the time where I was doing my residency as well. And he was really nice. Like there was no issues with him. He was always kind and respectful with me. I've been over his house. It's pretty crazy that you never know someone. But long story short, he did tell me a little bit about his divorce at the time. So, and again, I want to preface this with, this is his side of the story and what he spoke to me. This is not truth. This is obviously very biased. But what he told me was that one day he came home from residency and that Monique had vanished. Like she took everything. She left the house completely empty and also took their dog. He was just left very stunned because he didn't see this coming. And he was like completely devastated. So again, this is his side of the story, his thing. Not even sure if it's truth, but I do remember him saying that to me. He also, another thing that I remember is that he didn't really talk about his parents. He did tell me he was adopted by an older couple, and he just like, they were good parents, but he just never talked about them. He never talked to them. I would call my mom like every day. We have a great relationship, but he was just much more reserved. He never really, when I asked him more, he just didn't really want to talk about it. So I kind of left it at that. This is him. This is us celebrating New Year's with a bunch of my friends and family. And this is me right here. And that's him, which is crazy. He also has been to my family home. That's him right there. This is me and my family members. But it's honestly shocking, and I'm grateful that the Lord protected me from moving forward in that relationship. The reason why it ended was I honestly wasn't feeling it. I don't mean to be disrespectful, but he was just kind of boring. And he was very much like kind of surface level. There was no, like, I couldn't go deep with him. And yeah, that's why I couldn't form like a deep connection with him because of that. Like, I think he had a wall up where he just like could not go deep with like any conversations really. So that's why it ended. And I moved up north, and the long distance thing didn't work out either. I'm praying for Monique and the Tepe family and their children. But I don't know. I'm shocked. Also, guy aged like a banana, so don't judge me.
I don't know what she said about the bananas or something she said. So that was a lot. I mean, like, what? She had family pictures. She's like, I'm like, what? I don't know what this is. Oh, it's just like an article behind her about the deaths. But can you imagine? Just like Koberger, right? There's only been one girl so far that's come forward. We didn't have very many in Koberger's case. We had a couple, but there was only one that came forward that said she actually went on a date with him. Remember, she went on a date with him, and he told her she had good birthing hips. Well, apparently this guy can sweet talk you for like a little bit because he had a girlfriend, right? But even to his girlfriend, he was talking about his ex-wife and how she left him. She took the dog. Didn't I say to write a country song instead of killing people? And so now she took the dog. She left him down there in Virginia. Well, he bought that house, but I'm just saying. This girl looks so young, though. Doesn't she look really young? We're going to listen to it again. We're going to listen to what she has to say.
Okay, so crazy story time. So last Sunday, I get a text message from an old coworker that linked this article about a Michael David McKee, and my heart dropped because that's one of my ex-boyfriends.
Okay, I'm going to back it up a little bit. What was the date last Sunday? Maybe it was the 10th. I'll say she found out quick. Yeah, she found out like the date. Oh, hold on a second. Okay, stop saying settings. Okay. The 10th was a Saturday. Now I'm confused. I thought she said Sunday.
A text message from an old coworker that linked this article about a Michael David McKee, and my heart dropped because...
Okay, we're taking it back.
Okay, so crazy story time. So last Sunday, I get a text message from an old coworker that linked this article about a Michael David McKee, and my heart dropped because...
Dang, she found out the day after.
That's one of my ex-boyfriends, which is pretty insane. I was floored. So just wanted to hop on and talk a little bit about the whole situation. So I dated him around the end of 2017 through a good chunk of 2018, I think. So
they divorced in 2017. They divorced in June of 2017. So, hey Lee, hey CJK. So he was so heartbroken over losing his wife, losing his dog, and all the things, right? But we're already halfway through the year. We're on 6. We're on 6. We're on number 6 out of 12 of the year for 2017. And he happens to find this girl all of a sudden, starts dating her to the point where there's pictures and everything. He wasn't that heartbroken. Obviously, he's a freaking crazy person. I mean, he killed 2 people, but he has to have some obsession. But I mean, and it's not like he even went and found another girl that looked like Monique. I mean, I wouldn't have been surprised if this girl looked like her, but she doesn't.
I remember of him is he was just like a nice guy. Like he was quiet, introverted, which there's nothing wrong with that. He was a general surgery resident at the time where I was doing my residency as well. And he was really nice. Like there was no issues with him. He was always kind and respectful with me. I've been over his house. It's pretty crazy that you never know someone. But long story short, he did tell me a little bit about his divorce at the time. So, and again, I want to preface this with this is his side of the story and what he spoke to me. This is not truth. This is obviously very biased. But what he told me was that one day he came home from residency and that Monique had vanished. Like she took everything. She left the house completely empty and also took their dog. He was just left very stunned because he didn't see this.
You know what? You know who usually does that? Women that are abused. They usually leave in the middle of the night with nothing. Or if the man's at work and they could take it all, they'll probably take it all. I don't know if they take it all, but you know what I mean? Usually people that are in like abusive relationships, they get the hell out of there when the significant other isn't, you know, either awake to get them or, you know, isn't at home. So maybe that's what she was doing. Maybe she couldn't leave with him at the house.
Coming, and he was like completely devastated. So again, this is his side of the story, his thing. Not even sure if it's truth, but I do remember him saying that to me. He also, another thing that I remember is that he didn't really talk about his parents. He did tell me he was adopted by an older couple, and he just like, they were good parents, but he just never talked about them. He never talked to them. I would call my mom like every day. We have a great relationship, but he was just much more reserved. He never really, when I asked him more, he just didn't really want to talk about it. So I kind of left it at that. This is him. This is us celebrating New Year's with a bunch of my friends and family. And this is me right here. And that's him.
So he didn't really want to talk about it, you know, after a certain point.
Which is crazy. He also has been to my family home. That's him right there. This is me. And
hold on, did he change kind of like in the two pictures? Well, maybe it's just because he's back here in the back, but
this is me right here, and that's him, which is crazy. He also has been to my family home. That's him right there. This is me and my family members. But it's honestly shocking, and I'm grateful that the Lord protected me from moving forward in that relationship. The reason why it ended was I honestly wasn't feeling it. I don't mean to be disrespectful, but he was just kind of boring. And he was very-
I'm sorry. He was just kind of boring. Please, why didn't she elaborate on that?
Very much like kind of surface level. There was no like, I couldn't go deep with him. And yeah, that's why I couldn't form like a deep connection with him because of that. Like, I think he had a wall up where he just like could not go deep with like any conversations really. So that's why it ended. And I moved up north, and the long distance thing didn't work out either. I'm praying for Monique and the Tepe family and their children. But I don't know, I'm shocked.
Crazy. It's like we finally got one, you know, a girl that's come out and said something, but she said that they didn't, no problems. Just she moved up north and she couldn't really communicate very well with him, which that could be incompatible. I mean, that's what, you know, Monique said their divorce was for. So I was going through his court like paperwork or whatever, and this is an old case. This is an old file, but I think she kind of sorry, my nose is itching and it's like numb from surgeries, so I can't scratch the itch. It's weird. So if I like rub my face, sorry. This case was closed, but I think she kind of answered it. So I'm assuming they dated up here. I don't know actually. So when Monique and Michael were together, right before they got married, I believe, he bought the house in Virginia. So he bought the house in Virginia. When they divorced in 2017, he kept the house, and I don't know exactly where she went. There is a domestic violence shelter listed on her court paperwork, but I don't know if that's just listed there in case she did go to one. But that's what's listed. So in 2016, they separated. March 2nd of 2016, Monique and Michael separated. Well, you would think that he would still be in Virginia, right? Like when they separated, like he'd be in Virginia, like at his house or whatever. But apparently not so much. Apparently he was up in Columbus and he was living in Dublin, which is the outskirts, one of the outskirts towns of, there's so many in Columbus. And I just thought that was kind of, I'll show it to you. I just thought that was kind of like weird, because you would think that he would have been either in Vegas or in Virginia. And the offense date was in November of 2016. I thought it was kind of weird. Look, second or primary street. What's that? 270 East. That's where he got pulled over on 270. Okay. Yeah, it was Emberwood Drive, Dublin. And this is I don't know if this is the one where he. No, this ain't, because this doesn't have the other one on there. Yeah, this isn't the one that he ran on, because there's a couple in there. So the Los Angeles Magazine came out and they talked to Joseph Scott Morgan, and he did a piece with this magazine, and I thought we'd go over it and see what he had to say, because I value his opinion. That's what I was wondering earlier, Tracy. Let me look. I can always, I thought it was Ohio State, but I don't know. I don't think he really did his residency there. We'll see though. Okay. No, not him. I have to put him in a weird way, because it pulled me up like another doctor. No, like not that one. Okay. So he did his surgery residency at Virginia Tech. It's the Carleon residency program, and then vascular surgery fellowship at the University of Maryland Medical Center. And then he started medical school at Ohio State. So residency, Virginia Tech, fellowship, University of Maryland. So he went to Ohio State for medical, and then to do his residency, he went to to Virginia Tech, and then to do his fellowship, he went to Maryland. Which is kind of weird, because that's actually really weird. Because normally, that's weird. I don't know. To me, it is. All of my surgeons went to school at Ohio State University. They did the residency there, and then they stayed there. And a lot of them have told me actually that, like, I had a girl surgeon, she left, and before she left, we talked about this actually, like about her doing her residency there. And she's like, I only, expected to stay here an extra couple of years. That's what usually people do. And then they leave. But they usually will stay there through the residency, and then a couple of years like afterwards to get comfortable, being in the OR and all of that. And then they'll move on to higher paying jobs, or, maybe bigger hospitals. I don't think there's no better hospital. I'm biased, but there is no better hospital. So we're going to learn about what's going on with his face, what's going on with his body from a forensic pathologist. So new details in the killings of Spencer and Monique Tepe have been revealed. A Columbus couple fatally shot in their home last month. As court records reveal, an administrative error briefly reopened the long-resolved divorce of Monique and the man now charged with her murder. He just looks... Why is his mouth so small? I'm going to make fun of him. I'm going to. Why is his mouth so small? Someone said he looked like a Lego man today, and I about lost it. That about took me out. Hey, Tina. Oh, that really about took me out. Oh, and today I did go to the dentist where Spencer would have done his schooling, but I could not find there was no dental. Usually I have a dental, like like a person that's an actual dentist, and they'll come in and like oversee things, but they didn't really do that today. So it was a free for all, I was going to ask, how long have you been here? 2017, perhaps. And then there's another lady that works there, and I love her so much. Her name's Gloria, and she is glorious. I'm telling you what, she really is. And I know that she's been there. I know she's been there for probably since the place was built. Not really, but she's been there for a long time. So I'm going to ask her whenever I go back in a couple months and I see her, just to see what she says. But it says here that the divorce between Monique and Michael finalized in 2017. Unexpectedly, reappeared on the docket last June with a September 25 trial or hearing date, according to records. Court officials later confirmed the entry was a result of a clerical mistake involving a misassigned docket number, and the hearing was canceled, according to USA Today. So what I heard was they were closing it, like closing a part of the case or something, and when that's what they do, they had to reopen it to close out a certain portion of it. So that's why it looks like on the docket it's been reopened. But sorry, I keep hitting my watch. But it really hasn't been. It was just for them to take something off. So McKee and Tempe had married in 2015 while he was completing his medical residency, and their split appeared routine at the time. Records show the couple divided property without dispute, shared no children, and moved on with their lives. Monique later remarried, marrying Dennis Spencer Teve in 2020 at their Wyland Park home. The couple was approaching their 5th anniversary when they were found brutally shot to death in their Columbus home on December 30th. Their 2 young children, ages 1 and 4, were unharmed. You know, I mean, just sorry. So according to investigative journalist Nerdy Addict, McKee's dating profile depicts a deliberately polished image highlighting meaningful work, newly expanded free time, hot yoga, meticulous travel planning, using global entry, and recent interest in riding an electric motorcycle. Yeah, we read over that last night. Listed interests include art, design, basketball and football, and skiing, projecting stability, activity, and refinement. This is chilling, knowing what has come. Yeah. It's also difficult to overlook how sharply McKee's appearance has changed from his dating profile and wedding photos to now. That's his one of his dating profile pictures there. Forensic pathologist, host of Body Bags podcast, and professor at Jacksonville State, Joseph Scott Morgan, said based on his professional experience that alcohol abuse can sometimes contribute to changes in appearance, though he has no direct knowledge of McKee's medical history. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Morgan said that Morgan said that long-term alcohol abuse can sometimes be reflected in a person's physical appearance and demeanor, though such changes are not diagnostic. One interesting aspect to abuse of alcohol are the external changes that can be presented on an individual. Morgan said, noting that people may develop facial puffiness, fluid retention that alters the jawline, bloodshot eyes with a duller complexion. The eyes will become more dull, he said, adding that the changes can coincide with a flattened emotional affect in which an individual appears listless or tired and less engaged. Morgan said alcohol abuse can also affect behavior, explaining that some people may become overly focused on perceived problems, reacting strongly to situations that might otherwise seem minor. How do I have a feeling that this could all be contributed to the roids also? Like these side effects. I dated somebody that took 2 people that took roids back when I was younger, and it was the worst. They were so mean. They were mean people. They were just mean. I was like young, mean. Like out of nowhere. Like you'll just be sitting there all like, so I don't know. I think it's more than alcohol. I don't think he's an alcoholic. I don't know. Maybe though. Let me know what you guys think. So Morgan said alcohol abuse can also affect behavior, explaining that some people may become overly focused on perceived problems, reacting strongly to situations that might otherwise seem minor. Wouldn't they just like drink themselves into like to sleep or something? I don't know. Maybe not. It's certainly something to consider anytime you're trying to assess anybody that is being accused in a major crime like this, he said, while emphasizing that many medical and psychological factors can contribute to changes in appearance. What if he was doing something else, but it was prescribed? Because he did have his, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if you could prescribe yourself something, but maybe. I mean, I know that I've dropped off prescriptions for like Vincent and walked back in and picked them up. They never asked for my ID or anything. They were just like, here you go. Yeah, maybe it was a pinch finger. Could be. He was doing long. Yeah, he was. I mean, yeah, he was doing like nights and stuff. I think like he was doing like night shift, but I've never heard of them doing surgeries at night unless he was doing trauma surgeries, like people that were coming in from like motor vehicle accidents or something. But he did do that 10-hour surgery. That was a long time. That's a long surgery. Wonder like what's the what's the word I'm looking for? Like timing, vascular. No, yeah, okay. Operations can take 1.5 hours to 6+ hours. Recovery spends weeks to months. So he does these surgeries and then he has these patients that come back to him forever and ever and ever. You know what I mean? For like months and months and months. And then he, has them on top of each other. Yeah, he was probably making some money if he was doing that. But from all accounts, he wasn't a really good doctor. And I guess the catheter thing was a catheter in the person's leg. And it was like 8 inches they like didn't take out or something like that. And it wasn't him that did it. It was somebody that he was supposed to have trained to do it though. And they didn't do it right. So yeah. I mean, but okay. We're gonna look at these side by sides for a second. I mean, like, this could be this picture right here to the left could be when he was in college or something, right? This could be like a 10-year-old picture. I'm just giving this guy the benefit of the doubt, but I don't know how I'm doing it. But how's his nose look different? I mean, even his nose looks different. I was gonna say that maybe like because he just went to jail, and the lighting is fluorescent. But yeah, no, he looks completely different. That jawline is I mean, now I can't unsee the Lego person. I think that's even more than the thing I said about the Incredibles guy. Hey, Mary Beth. And welcome in, everybody. Hey, Barbara. Still think the words. Me too. That'll get you. I mean, that'll get you on a different level of pissed. Like you didn't even got to say nothing. And they just be yelling. Cool, bro. Like just because I mean, you really got to hate somebody to drive 7 hours. Okay, you think about that for a minute, right? Even like I've never been to drive 7 hours. Wouldn't you cool off before you got there? And thought rationally, like at least a few times before you got there, like I shouldn't be doing this. I'm not going to get away with it. They're going to look at me first. I'm the ex-husband. Not just an ex-boyfriend, you're the ex-husband. Like, I think this guy really thought he was going to get away with it. They always do. And there's going to be Google searches. I can't wait to see them. Hey, Debbie. I mean, I wonder how long it takes before he calls his mom and dad, his adopted parents back. I mean, or what if he doesn't? I don't know. Family members say the seemingly uneventful divorce masked years of fear. Monique's brother-in-law, Rob Misla, told NBC News that she described Makia as emotionally abusive and said he threatened her life during their marriage. She was terrified, he said, adding that more than 1,000 people attended the couple's funeral. We just want justice. We want this person to pay for what they did. Columbus Mayor Andrew Ginther thanked residents for tip submissions that helped lead to an arrest and expressed sympathy for the family's loss and what officials have described as a targeted domestic violence attack that left 2 young children without their parents. McKee remains in custody in Illinois while officials in the Winnebago, that's what it is, County Sheriff's Office coordinate his transportation to Franklin County, Ohio, where he will be formally arraigned and is expected to enter a plea of not guilty, according to his defense attorney. I can go get him for you, okay? You just give me the transport van and a couple officers, and I'll drive him. I mean, that's all you need. Transport van, couple officers, go get him. I mean, it's a 7-hour drive. He did it. Go get him. I want to see him in court on Monday. What's today? Friday. Oh, wow. I want to see him on court on Monday. Listen to me over here, like making threats and stuff. Like, we better have him here. I mean, they need to get him here. McKee remains in custody in Illinois while officials already read that. Sorry. Where do we didn't read it all though. Nope. He will be formally arraigned and is expected to enter a plea of not guilty. He has a defense attorney now. What? Oh, that's the public defender he had. Okay. No firm date has been set for McKee's arrival in Ohio, but a hearing in Illinois was scheduled for January 23rd to continue handling procedural matters before he is transferred. McKee was previously charged with double murder, but his charges have since been upgraded to premeditated aggravated murder. Yeah. I wonder when he got that indictment today, what was it, 11 something? What time did that say? 11:45 a.m. Probably just had lunch, getting ready to in the slammer. And they just go and they're like, here you go, McKee. Got some paperwork for you, McKee. Or they did him real dirty and they're like, McKee, you're getting out. I'm just kidding. They didn't say he was getting out. But no, that's what they probably did. They probably said McKee and they gave him his paperwork and he probably went back to his cell and read it. And if he is on the roids, wonder like the come down off of those, like the withdrawal. Are withdrawals from okay, it says so anabolic steroids, it says ranging from uncomfortable to severe, causing depression, fatigue, cravings. And it says I think the cortisol steroids, or they're called, like prednisone, which can mimic adrenaline efficiency and lead to weakness, body aches, nausea, and even dangerous drops in blood pressure if stopped abruptly. It's crucial to taper off prescription steroids under a doctor's supervision, while anabolic steroid users need psychological support due to risk of severe depression and relapse. Well, good luck. Hey, Manchachi, thanks for the $1.99. That's cute. Your little emojis with your dog, your heart, and your little surfer. Look at the dog. It's the cutest. You think so, Kelly? You think he knows? I mean, I would know my life was over if I was him. I'd be like, shit. I mean, really, what else you got? They have the murder weapon that they're saying, right? They're not going to come out and say that if they haven't done the appropriate test, especially they're not going to drop NIDBID. They're not going to drop that and be like, yeah, we got him in the system with this gun. Like, I don't see them doing that, but he messed up in a lot of ways. I mean, everything that he did was like a complete mess up. I mean, it really was. It was a complete mess up. So they won't give him counseling. What they will do is they will, in Ohio anyway, I don't know about Illinois, but in Ohio, usually when you go into the clinker, when you go into the jail, they'll give you an assessment. So a psychiatrist, or if it's a high profile case and you come in late at night, they're going to put you in the turtle suit like Brian Koberger was in, the green. They're going to put you in that like Kevlar suit or whatever, a Kevlar vest thing, and put you in the jail cell for the night just to be on the safe side. But then eventually you'll get to see a psychiatrist, psychologist, one of the two. I don't know exactly which it is, but they will sit down and they'll talk to you about what's bothering you. And they're trying to gauge to see if you're going to hurt yourself. That's their job. If you're not going to hurt yourself, can we fix it with maybe a half of an aspirin a day? I mean, they don't give you nothing in jail. They don't give you any, they'll give you medication, but it's going to be like Visceral or whatever it's called, like that. It's like low grade, very, very low grade, nothing that's going to be able to get you high or get, you know what I mean? You're not, nothing like that. Nothing. So, and he's a doctor that can technically prescribe, you know, class A or controlled substances, right? And he now has to rely on the jail to give him an aspirin when he wants one. So thank you, Kelly Davis, for the $2 super sticker. That's very sweet of you. Thank you. So yeah, I don't think he has Kentucky Lucky. I think this is his first offense. Maybe he did something when he was younger with like animals or, you know, maybe something like that will come out later. But I mean, even Brian didn't do anything like that. He stole when he was younger. Not that we know of anyway, right? Like he stole when he was younger. But I'm wondering if that was because they said they found weapons on him. I'm wondering what weapons they found. Oh, and Lee, I saw that you had your member or your milestone. I was on the other screen. Oh, love being one of Tanya's Titans. Thank you, Lee. And thanks for being a member for 2 months. I just saw your comment come up and I was like, oh, wait, I forgot. Thank you so much. That's so sweet. Next month, your arm will change. I'm telling you guys, it's pretty awesome over here. You guys should become members. We're accepting new memberships. Like I say that. I'm going to go over to the Facebook group, see if there's anything else. Okay. Oh, and if you guys didn't know, Ashley Banfield is going off the air after tonight. Tonight is her last night being on News Nation. So if you guys have News Nation, you should watch her at 10 o'clock because, you know, she's going on off the air. I think it's just stuff that I've already seen. Like I already showed you. Now, I don't know if it's alcohol because, like, I mean, all the alcoholics I've ever seen. I mean, maybe this is just a here thing or something, but they're usually skinny, like frail looking almost, because they'd like rather drink than eat, not jawline that looks like maybe he had surgery. Maybe he had plastic surgery. You know? I mean, really. I don't want to watch Mark Garagos. So I'll just see what that was. I don't think there's anything on here. Oh, I don't know if that's right. I guess someone's saying that. Okay. Okay, so I don't know who this person is, but they're saying that they can confirm this, and I'm not going to say that. But they're saying, supposedly, allegedly, maybe, that, oh, thank you, Kelly, for gifting a membership, and S. Lee got it. So someone on the old Facebook, the Tempe Murder Facebook group is saying that someone put this like as a, you know, a post. It's been said multiple times the master bedroom door was locked. So the kids couldn't find their parents like that. Does anyone know where the belief came from that the door was locked? Okay. So she said she looked at the 911 call. She said she couldn't see it there. I do have the CAD report. I was going to read that tonight. I'm going to read it on our next live. It's going to say like everything that the operators were saying to the police. So I think that would be good to read. But someone put on here, I was able to confirm. There's 12 replies. Let's see what. Okay, here it is. So, because I'm like, how's this person confirm it? But we don't know. I don't know. Maybe who's Meredith? Meredith Aaron. She's an admin. Okay. I was able to confirm that the master bedroom door was locked. There were 3 men, and that is true. I read that in the CAD report that there was 3 guys in there who were able to gain access to the home with the key code on the back door, and then they had to force entry into the bedroom. I'm assuming Alex probably had the code. I would see them giving him the code. You know what I mean? Like, I could see that. Hey, Doodlebug, 27 months member. Look at that. Courts divide the fees to donate to shelters. Oh, that's really nice. It's really nice of them to do that. Yeah, I know, because I was going to go back over there today, Casey, and take a picture of it. And then I was like, I'm 8 minutes from there. I was like, I have to go back up next week anyway. So, but remember when I did have the video on it, and it did look like a keypad on there. I was just shaking. I was just shaking. So, okay, let's see what this says. So, Meredith, how were they able to get into the master bedroom if it was locked? Did they break the door down before the police arrived? Anonymous member 911. She literally just said they forced entry into the bedroom. Okay, hold on. Anonymous member, interior door locks can often be unlocked. Don't say that. That's not true. Like, I mean, none of this is really true. We don't know, but that's really not true. Wouldn't that, like, don't do that. Don't ever put a butter knife or anything metal where there could be wires. Okay, just let's not do that. If you want to break into your house, break a window, kick the damn door in. Don't put a butter knife. I don't even know how you're going to get a butter knife outside of your house to mess with the door, but whatever. Thank you. I didn't realize the forced entry and couldn't make any sense of it in my head. I mean, it wouldn't be hard to force entry into a bedroom. They might even have those keys that you stick in the hole, and, like, you know what I mean? Like the little skeleton key kind of thing, like that you get with your house. Like normally when it has like locks, you'll get like that skeleton key. Or is that old school? Do they not do that anymore? Not like an actual like skeleton key, but that's what they're called. They're like, I don't know. They're like, I don't have one. I don't like have hole locks. But do you guys know what I'm talking about? They were used for like people that had like the little hole locks, and you'd put it in there and you'd twist it. We had one and we always kept it in our bathroom. Yeah. My dad was like, don't you ever lock that door. I'll come in there. He would have too. I can unlock our master bedroom door with my fingernail, so it's not hard for those of you asking. That's weird. Why would... I heard from... Okay. All right, Tammy. Now we got Tammy over here with her reliable source, and we have Meredith up here with her confirmed source. So let's see. Let's see what Tammy has said with her confirmed source. I heard from a reliable source also that the bedroom door was locked. Okay, so the kids couldn't go in and find their parents dead. Well, I hope that's the case. I hope the bedroom door was locked. That's why the kids were crying, trying to get into the bedroom. I believe the friend was looking in the window and saw Spencer on the floor. No, you can't look in the window and see him on the floor. If he's on the 3rd floor, right? We've agreed that's where he was. Okay. He said that the person going to the wrong house. I mean, I mean, that could happen. So it says, since when? What's the source for this? Oh, look at this anonymous member. From day one, I've seen stated the children and dog were found unlocked inside a room together, and the door of the master bedroom was open. On the 911 call, Alex said he could see a body and blood, which was Spencer, while he was still on the stairs. If you look at the layout of the house, it confirms this. That's why he couldn't see Monique from where he stood on the stairs. That's not true. It seems more likely they forced the room where the children were locked inside, and wouldn't there be a key to open that door? I've never read anything about this. There's 5 replies. Not sure this could be true. Okay. There's all saying the master bedroom was locked. Did you guys hear that the master bedroom was locked or any doors were locked? I didn't hear that any doors were locked. I just assumed that the kids didn't go in there. But I mean, it makes sense like that. I'm not the 1-year-old, but the 4-year-old would have went in at some point, right? Because I mean, she's 4. She probably would have woke up at like 7 or 8 in the morning, maybe, and been like, "Where's mommy?" Because she's used to daddy probably, being gone by that time, when she wakes up, and or maybe she wakes up right, right before he leaves. But she probably was like, "Where's my mom? I want my breakfast," or whatever. That's what I would do if I was 4. I'd go looking for my mom. Unless she's just one of those like little girls that just wakes up and plays in a room by herself, you know what I mean? Like, and she's good with that. She waits for her mom to come and get her. I don't know, but I pray that the family did say that the kids didn't see anything. So, so that to me almost says like, if they're so sure that the kids didn't see anything, then there probably was a locked door, maybe. But then again, they could have just known that because there wasn't any thing like blood on them, biologicals, or you know what I mean, that they could have realized it because of that too. Yeah, 352. You heard the kids were locked in their room? Yeah, me too. Okay, so maybe the master bedroom door was locked. Because this door back here, like, I don't think you can see it. No, you can't see it, but it has one of those twist locks on it. It would be easy to pop that open. Credit card. I'm telling you, credit card works for everything. But we don't have those little keys. But maybe they did. Now we can't see the inside of the house. Hold on. I do have the pictures, but they're like not in a good spot. So let me see. Okay. I see the door. Now how do I zoom in? Sorry, I got like, oh, well, that sucks. But I think they have the same doors as me. Son of a. They do. Okay. Let me show you. I have to like share my window. Okay. So I zoomed in, but you can see that like the lever right there. I don't know if you can see my lever, but it's like the same thing. Theirs, it looks like is a square. Mine's a circle, but it would just be a regular, simple, just a regular lock, not like nothing with a keypad or anything like that. Right? Yeah, Tina, I haven't heard anything either. So the only thing that I could possibly think of, right, is that whoever came in, this is a different room. I think this is the basement room. But just say they came in through the door. Let's say this is their bedroom door. They came in through the door and they saw whoever was on this side of the bed, and that could have been Spencer. maybe because he wakes up earlier in the morning, so he sleeps on this side. I don't know. Plus, it's closer to the door. Normally, the man sleeps closer to the door. That's just how it goes. I don't know. That's just how I've always seen it. That's how me and Vincent sleep too. But maybe he slept on that side. So maybe his body was like off of the side of the bed on the floor. And Monique's, maybe her body was on the other side off of the bed on the floor. But whoever walked in the door, they saw Spencer, and that was all they could, that's all they saw. Right. And then they got out of there and they got the kids. That could have been it. Because he said he couldn't go back in there. Remember, he couldn't get close to go look again to see if Spencer was breathing or, you know. And then I know that they took the kids next door. So. And we'll read through the CAD report. That's what I call it. It's like the check on well-being. But it's the event information. And it'll be able to tell us. I'm trying to see, like, so can hear a baby crying in the background. So another call saying there's a body inside. And then there's a lot of like numbers, but it says there are 29s inside. I'm assuming that that's either a living person or children, right? And then, because they say in the next one, neighbors are taking the 29s next door. So apparently the neighbors were even out there. It says 41A, one male shot multiple times, female at least once through the chest. Need more cars to hold witnesses. Now, where was the nosy person at this morning? Like when this was all going on, so that we could like just see how many people were out there, like kind of like Idaho. Because I mean, that sounds like a lot of people. Neighbors are outside. I mean, they're going to hear the screams probably from people. The crying, you know, and people know the Tepes, that they know that couple, right, as being like their friends. They're the house you go to when you want to have a good time and you want to like, have a couple drinks and you want to laugh and you want to just cut up and get together. And I think he personally saw that. I think he drove down there on more than one occasion just to look around. I know that he went to Ohio State. I know he's familiar with the area. I think that he went down there and he saw through those big windows in the side of their home, and right into the kitchen. Like you could see that it was probably a happy, happy home. So, oh, she's been there a couple of times. I've heard Doodlebug. I haven't ran into her. Wouldn't that be something? And then I think almost when it said, like in the beginning, when we were reading the new charges, it said, what did it say about like they kept one person and another, like right here? It says, I don't know. This is just weird. So give me your comments in the give me your comments in the chat and give me your comments in the comment section if you're watching on replay. Hey, clean my keyboard. Okay, it says here that that Michael did he did by force, stealth, deception, trespass in an occupied structure or in a separately secured or separately occupied portion of an occupied structure. When Spencer and Monique, a person other than the accomplice, was present with purpose to commit in the structure or in the separately secured or separately occupied portion of the structure any criminal offense, and the offender inflicted physical harm on Spencer and Monique, and the offender had a deadly weapon, to wit, a firearm, on or about his person or under his control. It makes me almost think that they were in the garage, that he somehow was wanting to get one of them out into the garage and maybe kill them out there, because this is like a separate structure and their garage is detached. That's what I'm thinking, Dread Lover. I don't know. Thinking that damn garage. Because I don't think that he got them when they were taking the dog out. He would have to sit there for hours on end. And how would he know they would take the dog out at 3 something in the morning, right? I mean, people don't do that. People usually take the dog out in the morning, like 7, 6, when you wake up, 5 in the morning, whenever you wake up in the morning for work. And I'm sure that their dog might have even been crate trained. They could have been crate training the dog still. I'm not sure. The dog did look a little bit bigger, actually. So I think it was a little bit older. I think that he did. I think he probably did a lot of online looking, but I think that he went to the house a couple times, probably. Hello, Dana. And we may find out. I mean, we probably will. GPS, car, somatics, black boxes, all those things. They'll look at all that stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna miss her on News Nation. You think he's surprised? I think he did too. But I'm wondering if he got one of them to wake up and come out into the garage and turn their car alarm off, or an alarm on their house maybe was going off. But they probably would have told us that by now. Maybe not though. Maybe not. Thank you, Kelly. I try. And it's nice that I'm not local, but I'm local enough to where I could go, because I'm going to be going to court. I'm going to be seeing him in court. I want to see what he says. I want to see how he acts. I want to see if he tries to wear street clothes. I want to see all things, really. So I think it'll be very interesting. I think it's going to be a very interesting case. I think it's going to be a very interesting trial. Because I feel like when, they get the perpetrator, that's when the case starts, almost starts, right? Because then you go through all the documents and the evidence and all the stuff, and you get ready to go to court, and you get then you get to stream to court. And we haven't streamed a court proceeding in a while, so we need to. And everybody, have good dreams tonight. Thank you, Kelly, again for giving a membership. That's so nice of you. And Tina got it. Someone in the chat. That's so nice. I don't know how he got it. Or he might have got through that front Victorian door, but it's just so hot. I mean, would he climb? Would he do that? But would he buy a silencer, buy a gun, and go kill her? I would have probably said, I don't know the guy earlier, in the week, but now I'm like, maybe they got I can't believe they got the gun already. I can't believe he was stupid enough to keep it on him or at his apartment or wherever, wherever they ended up finding it. He had it in his possession still. I mean, there's so much road, 7 hours of road going back, and you kept it. Well, I know that they have a in their front yard, Tina, they have a Simply Safe wire. So it's like a wireless internet. They do I think they do internet, and they do locks and all that stuff, right? So I'm wondering if they either just had their Simply Safe turned off that night, or maybe they didn't use it. So, it's just really weird. Thank you. I actually use a combination of Elf skin care or Elf skin. It's the um like the bronzing drops, and I'll put that in with some Versed. I'll have to get you the colors. Thank you though. Appreciate that. I actually did my makeup. Yeah, I don't think he thought he was going to get caught. And he did. And he did. I mean, pretty quick too, right? Yeah, you could use like a device that would like jam it, I guess. I mean, you got money, you could probably buy something like that. I don't really know how that. Ooh. Thanks, Morgan. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I thought it was a little dark tonight too. Easier to find. Yeah. I must say that you could probably find them on Amazon or something even. Like, I don't know. I don't even want to know. I don't want to know. We have a Ring doorbell camera, and that's good enough for me. And Vincent's always before me. You just make sure you run to that door. He actually, though, we had a tornado once, and he was just going to leave me for the tornado. So I guess I'm just kidding. Oh, thank you. Door sensors. Wow. To get past door sensors. I know that Alan Greenberg's case. Somebody, we think shut her door and relocked it. Oh, thank you, Ladybug, for the $9.99. That's so sweet of you. She said, thank you for what you do, Tanya. Love you. I love you too. Thanks, Ladybug. Appreciate it. Thanks for being such a great mod. You guys are the best. Well, thank you guys all for being here. I know, I went to the wrong house. Yeah. Contamination from friends. I mean, he knows how to scrub down to where, like, you know what I mean? Like, he's a surgeon. I don't think they may not find any of his DNA in that house. They may find a boot print, though, or something. You know what I mean? It was wet out that night. He might have got mud on the bottom of his shoe. That alley is it ain't clean. So he could have brought in maybe footprints, but I don't know if he would bring in anything like, I mean, he knows how to scrub down. He's a doctor. I do. I stay hard working too. Oh, thank you, Candy. I appreciate it. That's what I do too. I have cameras. We have cameras inside, and then we have one camera inside, but we have another one we could put up, but we don't. Then we have one outside. Actually, we have two we could put up, but we don't. Yeah, and then just one for the dogs. But we usually turn it off when we're here because we'll walk past it 100 million times, and it, so. And Vincent's always here now because he works from home. So if anyone wants to come and get me, you have to go through him. And actually, I have to go through these dogs. These dogs are crazy. Like, especially the brown one. This one. Can't see her. She'll get you. This one will run away. They're my girls, though. But I'm going to jump off of here. Today's actually Friday. It's not. I thought it was Friday yesterday. So I'm like, oh, look, I don't have anything to do tomorrow. Early on, you heard the bedroom door was locked. So maybe it was. It wouldn't be hard to lock it behind you. I mean, you just twist it, pull it shut. It's not like a deadbolt or anything like that. We just saw the bedroom. I pulled it up, like the bedroom door or one of the bedroom doors. Yeah. I think it'd be good for the channel and good. I think it'd be good for the channel, and it would be good for me to learn how to do that kind of stuff. Go up there, and it'll be good for me to do things. I'll be actually doing something by myself. I mean, I do things by myself all the time. I'll go to the store and stuff, but I don't go into a super crowded places other than Target. You know what I mean? So I hope he does too, Ladybug. Does he have Monday off? Monday's Martin Luther King Day. I kept thinking it was President's Day. I don't know why I thought that. You think they will, Lee? They might. He's a surgeon, though. He might scrub down pretty good. He left his DNA, yeah. But if he wouldn't have left that sheath, like that was the dumbest thing he could have done. Because, I mean, the sheath goes with the knife. You would have thought after your last killing, shit, where's my sheath? Go back up to the third floor to get it, right? Maybe he was. And that's when Dylan saw him. And then he was like, oh, just kidding. And then he left. So I don't know. But we are going to get back to that case as well because we do have some paperwork to go through. We still haven't went over the other half of the court case. And I do have some stuff I want to go over this case with you guys. I want to go on my second channel and go over this guy. Oh my gosh, you guys are not going to. We got to go over this guy. Have you ever heard of the guy named Bradley on a budget? He's so frugal with his money. Like, y'all are going to, I mean, we have to do a live in the next couple of days on the second channel over it. He's like one fork. He has like, I don't think he even has a knife. I don't think he has a knife, just a fork. He doesn't turn his air conditioner on or his heat. He unplugs like everything. His electric bill is like $37 one month. But like, I mean, it's to the point where it's like overstepping. Like, it's not just like healthy, I'm saving some money. It's like, dude, like, it's insanity. I don't know if you guys have heard of him, but I'm going to, I already have the thumbnail. I just need to set up the live. Maybe we'll do it this weekend. He like amazes me. I watch his videos and I'm just like, how? But he goes to these like, and I thought this was interesting. He was like these like clothing swaps. Instead of going like the thrift store, he'll like take a shirt like this, like that he doesn't want, and then he'll like swap it out for something that he does. And I think that's pretty cool. But yeah, some of this stuff's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Well, thank you everybody for all the gifts, all the memberships, just being here tonight and hitting the like button and just enjoying the content. I appreciate that so much. I really do. We'll keep on this case, of course. We'll keep up on all the other cases that we're covering. I want to do a little case review of all the other cases that we're covering because there are some more cases that are going to be coming into trials in 2026 that we kind of left back in the dust in 2025 because there wasn't anything coming out about them. So I have not forgot about them. I just put them in a little basket, until something new comes out or until we can move, they move forward with the trial process. So I'll be back on tomorrow sometime. I hope you guys all have a great weekend. If I don't see you, and if I do, well, that'll be awesome. But if I don't, have a great weekend. I hope you guys all enjoy it with your loved ones. Stay safe, lock your doors, all the things, and I'll see you guys all later. Bye, guys. Well, maybe if I hit the video.
I wanna taste your content, hold your breath and feel the tension. Devils hide behind redemption. Honesty is a one-way gate to hell. I wanna taste consumption. Children sing aloud, it's music till the wick burns out. Just wanna be carefree lately, yeah. Just picking up daisies, got one